Welcome back to our Colorado winter adventure. We're Kevin and Stacy, and we're making our way through six ski towns. And today, we've traded the magic of Telluride for the wild beauty of Crested Butte. The car is packed back up to the hilt. With no room to spare. Right, Coda? And we are headed to Crested Butte. The drive here, spectacular. Like someone kept changing the background on a giant mountain screensaver every 5 minutes. Winding roads, wide open valleys, and after all the recent storms, miraculously clear pavement. It was like Colorado said, "Welcome, I've prepared a runway for you." Before we dive in, let's talk about Crested Butte. This little mountain town started as a coal mining community in the late 1800s. Tough folks forged a life here long before ski boots, craft coffee, or puffy jackets existed. Crested Butte Mountain itself didn't become a ski area until the 1960s. What started as a handful of lifts has grown into one of Colorado's most iconic and quirkiest ski mountains. Locals lovingly call it the last great ski town, and honestly, they might be right. The town of Crested Butte is as charming as mountain towns come. Colorful old buildings, quirky shops, and restaurants that make you want to sample everything. It's basically a snow globe village come to life. Our first mission in Crested Butte: hit the mountain. Now, Jack Frost hasn't completely delivered all the powder yet this season. They have about 21 runs open and 3 lifts, but thank goodness for us, most of them are green. Which was a huge personal victory for me, who firmly believes skiing should be fun, scenic, and definitely not terrifying. The homey vibe of the mountain was undeniable. Smaller than some big-name resorts, but packed with heart. And the highlight? We met a fox on one of our ski runs, just casually hanging out like he was the mountain ambassador. But I have to admit, the very best thing about Crested Butte was the lack of lines. There were no lines. We actually went up on the mountain and did 3 runs and were the only people on that run at one point. It was fantastic. If you've been to a lot of ski resorts, you know how long lines can get. This was incredible. We found it. Also, getting to the mountain was a breeze. Walking path, free shuttles, free parking, paid parking, you name it. We took the shuttle because it rolled up at the exact moment we were pretending we were definitely planning to walk. So we can actually walk to our house from here, but
we're going to the Nordic Center to do either snowshoeing or cross-country skiing, so I'd rather not use up what leg energy I have on just walking through the resort.
Yeah. After our legs officially retired for the day, we headed back to the condo. Okay, it's now time in the video for us to go ahead and give you a tour of the place we're staying at in Crested Butte. I love this place. So first of all, when you come in, we have a nice little area here for our skis and for all of our winter gear, and it's kind of separate from the house, which is really nice. Now this is my absolute favorite part, the living room. First of all, we've got the fireplace, but just come over here and take a look at our view. I love windows, and this view is spectacular. I love this living room.
I think somebody ordered a hot tea.
The butler is the best part of this place.
We have a nice little dining area right here, and then if you follow me down, we kind of have a galley kitchen, and it's got some travertine tile for countertops and 4 sliced toaster, microwave, oven, dishwasher, which is great. A little area over here for your coffee, full-size fridge, and they have a good complement of things that you would need, glasses, all the different stuff. So all the utensils, it's in good shape. So downstairs on the main level, there is a master bedroom with an ensuite bath. Nice little closet on the side as well. It's a king-size bed, super comfortable bed actually, and I'm pretty picky. In the bathroom, you've got a tiled shower, which is kind of nice.
So we have an upstairs. Come up here and check out the loft area, which is super cute. In this area right here, we have a trundle bed, and we've got lots of games and things like that. There was also a second bedroom upstairs that had a double bed as well as a day bed. And it overlooked the living room and was so cute.
All right, so the upstairs bathroom has a glassed-in shower. Now it's got the frosted glass halfway up, but I don't know, you might not want to use this at night because they might be able to see as you're getting in. Then also they've got a washer and dryer, stack washer and dryer with the toilet hidden behind the door. So a little bit bigger bathroom, but nice. You can see if you have multiple family members or guests, this would be a really good place to have multiple people. One little quick thing, if you've seen some of these little white cameras as we're going through, we bring these actually so we can monitor CODA from wherever we're at, and we just tap in from our phone. They're really good. If you have pets, it's a great thing to do. So we love this place, and we are going to take some time now to relax.
Nothing like boots off, hot drink on, and the most epic sunset imaginable after a day on the slopes. Our next day on skis took an unexpected turn because instead of skis, we needed something a bit more powerful. We are getting ready right now for our next adventure, which happens to be snowmobiling. And I'm very excited because we're going on a scenic snowmobile tour. But I'm also super nervous because when they called last night, they said you need to come by the store so you can pick up your helmet and your beacon. Beacon. You only use a beacon if you're going in an avalanche area and you're afraid you're gonna get covered up in snow and they have to come find you.
I told her it's most likely a state law that requires them to give you one. Now, if they give us a backpack with the inflatable raft thing attached to it, then I might get nervous.
This might be our last video. We went snowmobiling with Colorado Adventure Rentals, and let me tell you, epic doesn't even cover it. We glided over powdery trails, wove through aspens and pines, and made our way to stunning Lake Irwin. Everywhere we looked, mountains upon mountains, all capped in fresh snow under a brilliant blue sky. Cold air, endless views, and that feeling that you've stepped directly into a postcard. We felt tiny in the best way, standing in the middle of God's creation, reminded how big and beautiful this world really is. Crested Butte wasn't just stop number 2. It was a reminder to slow down, to take in the beauty around us, to try new things, and sometimes to take the shuttle because it's right there. On this adventure, we're learning that the mountains have a way of humbling you, refreshing you, and filling your heart all at once. So here's to more snow, more surprises, and more moments that make you feel alive. And now, we are headed to Breckenridge. See you in Breckenridge.
Be free.